So how was your first week, Dr. Thompson? I ask. Jules goes back to her conversation with Harper and Becca, and Avery chooses that moment to rope Ethan into her conversation with Lacey.
All around, it went well.
He replies, turning toward me.
I think I might actually start being useful soon, as I've learned quite a lot.
He leans in and lowers his voice.
But please, call me Cal.
My heart skips a beat as I look up into his eyes. Are you always so informal with the nursing staff? I tease slyly. His lips curl at the corners in a half-smile.
Never, actually.
He admits quietly. I find that hard to believe, I murmur, though I recall he did refer to Lacey earlier as Ms. Peterson.
I guess you'll just have to get to know me then.
His gaze holds a challenge, one I can't decide if I should accept or not. Of course, I make it a point to be on good terms with all of the doctors in our unit. I give him back a look that says, I can do this dance all night, buddy. Even though I can't. And if I was forced to, I can't honestly say I wouldn't give in to his advances. Damn this man. His mouth pulls into a full-on smile at that.
Even the ones who are your type?
I wrinkle my nose, annoyed that he knows that. That's not pretending like you never heard that, I point out, trying to keep from blushing. But yes, even the ones who are my type, as you clearly also do with nurses. I nod toward Lacey, who is obviously watching us out of the corner of her eye.
Except she's not my type.
He replies in a low voice, without even turning toward her. His implication is obvious, and a part of me does a little happy dance, but the professional in me squirms. Probably for the best. Dating coworkers is messy at best.
But not against the rules.
His eyes dance with mischief.
I checked.
I doubt that was the wisest use of your time in your first week on the job. He laughs and shakes his head.
You're a tough one, Miss Suvorin.
With a satisfied smirk, I lean in and lower my voice. Please, call me Sasha. He laughs quietly.
That's ace,
He says, leaning back into the booth once more, but the expression on his face is puzzled. I'm happy not to be easy prey for him. I'm still very much of two minds where he's concerned, so it's best if I keep him guessing. For now, at least.
I do have one question, though.
What's that?
Have we met before?
My eyes go wide, and my heart pounds in my chest. Why do you ask? I counter, dodging his question. Could he actually be who I thought he was?
Your reaction when you saw me in the conference room suggested recognition.
He explains, and I deflate. You don't miss a trick, I admit. Yes, I did think I knew you, but once you started talking, I realized that you weren't who I'd thought you were. He takes a sip of beer, thinking that over.
Who did you think I was?
I take a drink of my own cocktail, deciding how to answer him. Nobody important, I finally reply. From across the table, I hear Becca scoff. I look up and quickly gather that she'd been listening to our whole conversation. She goes pink when she realizes she's been caught. A rarity, as it takes a whole hell of a lot to embarrass her.
I think your friend disagrees.
Dr. Thompson says with an amused look. I just choked on my beer. Becca squeaks unconvincingly. I think that's my cue to leave. I grumble, attempting to slide out of the booth, but Dr. Thompson catches me by the hand.
So soon? Oh, you haven't even finished your drink.
He says. I look over to find Becca and Jules staring at me in a silent plea to stay. Between the three of them, I'm hard-pressed to just bail. And with his hand on mine, his strong fingers sending warm sparks over my skin, it'd take a Herculean effort to resist. Fine, I allow, settling back in the booth. I guess I can finish my drink, so long as we change the subject. Dr. Thompson gives my hand a final squeeze before letting go.
Fair enough.
He agrees. This time I draw Becca and Jules into the conversation to keep it from going anywhere heavy or flirty. But for the rest of the evening, I can feel the warmth emanating from him as he sits mere inches away. I'm also wrapped in his scent, a mixture of soap and what I can only describe as hospital. It's oddly appealing, and the thought of accidentally grazing hands again keeps me on edge until we all head home. It's not until I've climbed in bed that I admit to myself I enjoyed the feeling.